Headache today.
Oh, I'm
All
sorry,
right.
Dee.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Roman, aka Mr. M343, back at it once again. And today, oh god, this is actually just some freaking nightmare fuel. People are always actually freaking going out of the way, trying to actually freaking ruin everything that we actually hold dear.
Monster High.
Hold on, real quick. Now, Dee, since you have a headache, do you still want to do movie night today, or?
I thought we weren't doing movie night today because Shadow had a dentist appointment.
Oh, I thought he was going to miss only the stream. I only kind of okay, my bad. Never mind. But yeah, Shadow's going to miss the stream because he's gonna get his teeth yanked out by a drill.
Oh,
Anyway, I
well,
watched a video by Clownfish, and apparently the only thing they agreed on was Frankie being non-binary, which, if you think about it, kind of makes sense considering Frankie is based off the Frankenstein monster. So who knows what body parts they have. And I will use they because I like Frankie. Omnia does not get that because I don't like that she stole her ex's cat.
Also, Frankie might be a good character, but Dracula is best girl. Don't at me.
Yeah, yes, but the point is, I agree with Geeky and Neon that Frankie actually makes sense as non-binary because, you know, they had, in order to make them, they had to have different body parts used. So chances are, parts of Frankie aren't even the same person.
yeah, true, but
Now,
that's just the thing.
well, here's my question though: if they're gonna go this route, is shit, what's the wolf girl's name?
Look, look, I would be happy if Claudine turned out to be a lesbian because the creator, who is gay, mind you, actually said that he always imagined out of any of the girls it would be Claudine because everyone else had boyfriends, but notice Claudine was the only single girl of the group.
Yes. So, wait, hold on. Is the creator still in charge of this project, or is it
No,
um?
sadly, that's why I hate the designs because if the creator was there, he'd be like, "No, this is not what my design is." They all have the same bloated looking face. Oh,
Mm,
and guess what? Guess what? Claudine is a black Latinx girl.
no, she can be black Latino, but there's no such thing as
Yeah,
Latinx.
Oh yeah,
and
I
what
really
makes it
gotta agree
what
with Blanco here.
and
Hold on.
what
Well,
makes it worse is for those who aren't Monster High fans, there's always music videos for when they have a big thing come up, and when it came time for the relaunch, they've decided that Claudine's going to be the main character. I mean, I guess because the previous series focused on Frankie, but point is, they're doing the music video, and Claudine is saying how she's proud of both sides of her family, and
Hmm.
and and she says, "I'll love my daddy's jambalaya, and I'll love my mama's hot tamales." I'm like, that is racist as fuck. The only way you could get worse is if dad had fried chicken instead of jambalaya.
Yeah, like I mean that's kind of on the nose there, creators. I mean, like you just said, you might as well just say, "I sure do love fried chicken," and
yeah,
have her wear a
exactly.
sombrero at the same time.
I will say
Um,
though, it kind of implies that her dad might be Creole since jambalaya is usually synonymous with Louisiana, where a lot of Creole people live.
Ooh,
hey,
look, Dee Dee, your representation.
I'm not
Also,
Creole,
Rainbow actually
so
brings up a good point. He says, um, respect is something you work for, you just don't get it.
that's true.
exactly. That's why I will use non-binary speak for Frankie because I actually like the character. Omnia, however, I don't respect her because she stole someone's
Cat.
support animal.
And yeah, one thing to also throw out there though,
Hey,
like
trans-conservative waifu, what's up?
all this
Hey,
bullshit
TCW.
does kind of come out to be this is clearly an agenda. This is clearly a narrative being ran because why the fuck is Frankie non-binary instead of just whatever?
I mean,
Meanwhile,
yeah, it's true, but at least with Frankie, it makes more sense because Frankenstein's monster, various body parts. I mean,
but yeah. I'm not, but it's just like with Claudine. It's like, wait, so she's black and Latino. I refuse to say Latinx. That's
or
not a
Latin if you
word.
just want to use
To
it.
be fair, Frankie is the daughter of Frankenstein's monster.
And I would assume the
Yeah.
bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But let me start by saying I have seen every one of the movies. My fiance is a huge Monster High and Ever After High fan.
I
The
showed
moment,
her 2 dolls I owned a couple weeks ago.
yeah, the moment that she saw the trailer for the live action movie on Nickelodeon, she lost her mind.
But
It
in the
In
good way or the
a
bad way?
bad
No,
way.
no, in a bad way, in a very,
Okay,
very
okay,
bad
okay.
way. And the thing is that, and I agree with her. Oh my God. So, but I got one thing. So Mattel a couple of years ago decided to tell everybody. It was 2 years ago. They decided to try to tell everybody that they were losing money. As a result, we're talking about Hot Wheels, Lego, and Barbie. And
Lego
they're
is
trying to.
separate from Mattel.
That is bullshit. They wouldn't still
No.
be selling fucking Barbie dolls if they were losing money.
Well, I'm just saying. Wait a second. Lego's not Mattel anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they once were then, but that's yeah. But in any event, Hot Wheels and Barbie alone, like those two properties alone, there is absolutely no way they're losing money. And then all the movies and the Netflix show with Barbie and the video games. I mean, we're supposed to believe that they're losing money. Okay, so then then next thing you know, they go dark for a little bit. They absolutely had just retconned Monster High, and I hated the retcon anyway. But
Oh, you mean saying Frankie Stein meets Draculaura?
Yeah.
yeah,
The original thing was she was 16 days old, and that's
well,
why she was going to Monster High.
they cut Claude completely out of it. How stupid can? Never mind. Anyway, the point, and their poor excuse for Dracula just had me absolutely pissed off. But
Well,
yeah.
like I was watching Clownfish TV's video of it, and I'm like, I just don't like the new designs. That doesn't mean I'm racist or insert sexuality and or personality, whatever, here.
Even
Phobic.
though I would love for them to call you or me a fucking homophobe. Like, I dare you to say I'm a homophobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, they actually would actually go around if you don't actually acknowledge Bridget as transgender, then you're a transphobe.
Even
That
though
shit
there's plenty
really
of
fucking
trans,
pisses me off.
even though
And
there's
here's
plenty
the
of
thing.
trans people who don't approve of the whole trans Bridget shit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
here's
and
know.
now they're calling. Hold
I
on,
don't-
Dee, let me finish. Okay, like I was trying to say, basically, it turns out they're actually calling Bridget Brisket.
Yeah,
Wait,
now
what?
with that,
Brisket.
okay, so the reason being is
Brisket?
because someone didn't know Bridget, they accidentally said Brisket because that's
Yeah.
what they thought they heard, and it kind of became a meme. So
Yeah.
And not a
So,
good meme either.
Well,
no. Also,
the
Didi, what you want to say? Let Didi say
Okay.
what she wanted to say.
Well, like I said, I don't know how many of y'all watched any episodes of the Powerpuff Girls reboot, the one that didn't have Craig McCracken, the creator.
I just watched Shadow Streaks
Well,
reviews.
Anyway, they had an episode where Bubbles is helping a pony become a unicorn, and according to the crew who did it, oh, that was our way of giving representations to trans people. You know
That's
how many
really
trans
stupid.
YouTubers that I follow that were like, we don't fucking like this. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
I just say,
you?
especially
Well-
towards the end, where Mr. Unicorn turns into Mr. Hulking Monster Unicorn. It's like,
And then he was a unicorn all along. That how is that a representation of being trans? Because
That's not making any sense.
it's
because
just
if he's
like,
a unicorn all along, then he didn't. Then it doesn't work for a trans allegory because he never needed to get surgery or anything.
you know what? I guarantee
Oh,
you, the
nice.
creators
I really
of
like
the
your new profile there,
Pinocchio
Parkin.
took
Really nice
notes
touch.
from that. I'm pretty sure the creators of the Pinocchio remaster movie, whatever,
Oh,
took notes from that episode. Like,
yeah.
oh, this
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
how.
stupid too. Because in my opinion, Pinocchio becoming a real boy is more of a trans representation than this.
Oh, and check this out. Check this out. So, Pleasure Island is supposed to be where bad kids can be bad, right? Well, their version is you can drink root beer. There's no cigars. You
It's
can't.
next door.
Yeah, that's what I and everyone else. I was like, wait a
And-
minute, root beer. I didn't know this was Kids Next Door, but
Okay.
they also there's like mountains of candy, and it's Pinocchio, but told by Lentwick. Lentwick's like, hey, come on, Pinocchio, be a bad boy, do something bad, and Pinocchio is like, no, I gotta be a good boy, and throughout the movie, he's a good boy, and I'm just
Are you telling
thinking.
me he still got the fucking jackass ears and tail despite being a good
Yeah,
little boy?
Yeah, and that's what everyone was also complaining about. It's like, wait, how come he's gotten the donkey tail and
Yeah,
ears
the
when?
whole point is if the whole point of the island was if you were bad and awful, you became a jackass,
Oh, and
aka a donkey.
And also, one other thing too, the whole donkey transformation thing. Mind you, in the original, it was absolutely horrifying, especially the voice actor who did a
Yeah.
10 out of 10 job. Like, your, skin would crawl hearing him scream out, "Mama, Mama!" Meanwhile,
Yeah.
in the reboot, in this version, the CGI looks funny as hell, and he's just like nonchalant, like, "Oh no, I've been double crossed. Oh no, help me, please. Oh no, oh my, oh no." It's like, wow,
Well,
this is shit.
yeah,
Okay,
and
I'm just
and I'm
gonna
on.
say it.
Go ahead.
Gonna say it. When you make the Jonathan Taylor Thomas version look good by comparison, you failed.
Well, okay, the Jonathan Taylor Thomas one wasn't bad per se. It's just when you grew up with the other one, it was, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. I preferred the original animated Disney version over the one with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. So when this was made, I'm like, how the fuck do you make that one look like a masterpiece by comparison?
You know what's funny?
Okay,
I was
now it turns
watching,
out. Hold on. Rainbow actually brings up a point saying, "Freaking, woke love to piss on freaking
Scandinavian
piss on
culture.
culture. Scandinavian culture is the new woke play toy."
Yeah, but one thing
Yeah.
I thought that I'm kind of going back to the old Pinocchio. I was watching one YouTuber talk about the movie, and he showed clips of like this documentary talking about the Pinocchio movie. This had a lot of passion put into it. It failed miserably at first because World War One happened, but
Yeah.
after it was successful, not only that, but they brought in an artist. Mind you, this was before computers. And you had to draw this shit. For
Yeah.
like Monstro's whole water, graphics shit.
Before
That was
computers and
handmade.
drawing tablets.
Bro, why the fuck did they turn him into a hentai monster?
What the
That's
fuck?
the thing. Like I could
What?
understand.
Yeah, someone explained to Bubba about what
Okay,
they did.
so as you know, Monster's supposed to be a giant whale, and if you want to get technical, a monster sperm whale due to his face is kind of similar to that of a sperm whale. Well, the new remake decided it would be a great idea to basically make him into the sea monster with tentacles, and I could understand if he was supposed to be the Leviathan. That could make sense.
So he went from sperm whale to never mind. No.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
god,
No.
hentai
No.
monster.
No.
Yep.
And what also makes it
I
more
swear I
stupid
love you more
is
like
they
the Japanese.
give
Never mind.
him a evil laugh, like, it's like, wait a minute. First of all, Monstro is never a bad guy. He was just an animal doing animal things. Like, oh, here's some food. I need to eat this food. Like, it was never like, oh, I'm just gonna
Hold
kill
on,
you.
guys. Cerno wanted to say something.
Wow. No, it just they messed Pinocchio up a lot, especially with the whole monster thing turning into a freaking hentai monster look-alike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, remember, he was a good boy throughout the entire movie. So much
But
so that I was just
of the
expecting.
fucking donkey ears.
Yeah, and I was just expecting Pinocchio to start singing about God because this was the same levels. Like,
Oh
he's
my
such a
god,
good
can you
boy.
imagine Pinocchio singing Jesus loves the little children?
Oh no,
Oh,
no,
no.
no! He should do it
And
in
what
Pleasure
was that about the
Island.
sperm whale being evil?
Oh well, Monstro. If you really had to guess what his design would be based off of, clearly Monstro would be a sperm whale, judging by his, face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, it's just he was such a good boy. He never strayed from the righteous path of God, basically, and it feels like the people of Pureflix helped make this movie. Like, okay, we need to have him be as good as possible, and we can't have him say God, but it
Well,
should be noted.
Someone should
you
get
know
a
how
copy of someone should get a copy of the original book of Pinocchio and start taking pictures of various pages and posting them on Twitter like Disney's original animated version looking better by comparison, ain't it? I mean, for
Huh,
fuck's
I
sake,
didn't know that was based on a book.
yeah. Yeah, originally
No,
the
I was
story
quoting Aquaman.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, originally the story ended with Pinocchio being hanged to death. How that's possible when he's a puppet, I don't know. But apparently, a lot of parents of the time didn't like their children crying about it. So the editor asked the creator, "Yeah, could you give him a better ending? We're tired of getting letters from parents."
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
So it ended with him being executed. Wow. Originally.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So,
let's be honest, Disney
though with
never would have
Pinocchio,
done that anyway. I mean, look at the Little Mermaid, because in one of the versions I read, Ariel's tongue is cut out.
Mm.
so
Let me
so
continue.
so the thing about this though, if he is, you were talking about it being a better representation of trans. You do have to wonder though, if he goes from wooden boy to real boy, is that not just trans wood?
God damn it!
Okay, and while we're on the topic, the reason
Coach
why he had to be innocent the entire time is so that they can continue to push that victim narrative that, sometimes no matter how good you are, you're gonna get grouped in with all the others.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's kind
that-
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Without through the entire movie, he was kind of just thrown into this scenario. He didn't want to go to Pleasure Island. He just got thrown into it. He didn't want. He wanted to go to
did he run away from home in the first place?
No. See, he went to school like a good little boy, but though he was kicked out because, well, you're a fucking wooden puppet. We don't serve you.
Oh God!
oh.
Yeah.
Oh God! They
And
did fuck everything up.
yeah, and like I mean, Honest John stops and is like, "Hey, why don't you come join the circus?" And Pinocchio's like, "No, I have to follow the word of God and go to school like a good boy." I mean, granted, he didn't say all that shit, but again, let's face it, this would be perfect for a Christian movie. But he goes, to school only to get kicked out, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I could join the circus. That does sound like a good thing to, help my papa. And shenanigans ensues.
Also, I'm sorry. I can kind of see Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, but I can't see him as Geppetto. I'm sorry.
Not just that, but his voice changed.
What the new one there, Dio? I mean, yeah, Bridget is actually just a freaking Bridget is a
Brisket
gem,
now.
and we must cherish them.
Yes.
You
Also,
know
this.
what? I kind of want to see someone do the whole Mary Sue thing with my twin sister and just have it be like, oh, I'm Bridget's twin sister Brisket, and Bridget's a boy. I'm the girl.
You know, that would be great.
Oh
Also-
God.
Oh, one
Well,
thing I do wanna
except for
talk-
Bridget already has a twin brother. That's the whole reason
Okay,
why.
they be fucking triplets then. I don't care. I just want people to stop doing this shit that if you like wearing women's clothes, you must be trans. Yeah, go to roll
Well-
call and say that shit and watch him
Yeah.
not beat the shit out.
Japanese players are really pissed off, actually.
And that's good. Also, the pictures that I'm showing you, this was made by the artist who got harassed off of Twitter and suspended on Pixiv because a bunch of damn neckbeards with pronouns were like, no, he's
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah,
How
I'm
dare
sorry,
you.
but if I see pronouns in your profile, no matter if it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever, I'm not going to talk to you because you're
And-
obviously fucking insane.
Well,
And at the same time, it's
to
an instant
take
block.
To take that a step further, if I see, if I'm watching a new trailer and all of a sudden somebody says, without, unironically, like they're not making fun of them, if somebody says, well, my pronouns are they, her, he, him, or whatever, I immediately, like, it has to earn my respect back because that's already an automatic, I ain't watching that shit,
Well,
I mean,
case in
I'm
point,
sorry, but I'm not going to give my real name because I don't want to get doxxed, but if you
It's
can't
John
tell by
Cena,
my
isn't it?
fucking name I'm female, you're a fucking idiot.
Your name's John Cena, isn't it?
That would make me a boy, dear.
Yeah, like anyways,
Anyway.
One thing I want to talk
Sorry.
One thing I want to say though, which is why I'm not going to give the new Monster High reboot thing the time of day because
okay,
you already shown us that you're woke.
Also, another thing, guys, it turns out that, we actually have struck freaking gold right now because it turns out that the new prime minister of Italy is not only a woman, but she's also an anime fan.
that's good.
Yeah.
Finally.
Good.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Hopefully that means that Italy won't get any new dumb laws.
And possibly they'll dump that as the
I hope-
anti-loli law
I
in
hope
Italy.
she slapped that guy who said
Don't get your hopes too high though, because it's like Ty Beard said when he was talking about all the wokies wanting to take all this extra shit to court and everything when he was talking about the Vic Mañana case. You don't want to be in court trying to explain in front of the mass public who has no context. You don't want to be up in front of a judge an old stuffy judge trying to explain the context of panty stocking and gutter belt.
Well, anyway, I'm hoping that she slapped that guy back in the 90s. I think he was a quote-unquote psychiatrist, but he claimed that if little boys watched Sailor Moon, they'd turn gay. And Naoko, the creator, is like, okay, no Sailor Moon for you. And for like 10, 15 years, they weren't allowed to get Sailor Moon in Italy.
Listen. I'm not saying anything, but I'm going to say fisheye, male to female, sexy as fuck.
Yeah. The point is,
Yeah,
like,
and also,
I'm not going to argue with that.
But basically, another thing I wanted to add, guys, is Vaush actually had to freaking call her an alt-right Yahtzee.
Oh yeah, Vaush.
Of
course,
I've seen a
Vaush.
couple.
I really hate
I-
Vaush. That you mean that freaking closet pedo?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it
Yeah,
ain't.
so
He ain't still in the closet no more.
He hates.
Oh, guys, one at a time. Bubba, go ahead.
I was like, he ain't in the closet no more. He a full-on blown admitted pedo.
Yeah, he told about
Yeah.
he's okay
I'm
with
not listening
cheese
to
pizza.
pedophiles.
What's funny is that he hates lolly, yet he wants actual CP to be
saying-
legal. It's like, what the fuck? You want to ban lolly, but want action? It's like that's ass backwards.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this: the people who are screaming the loudest that lollies are child pedophilia tend to, have CP on their computers.
It's true.
Those who scream the loudest usually are guilty of something.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
in
how
fact,
Blade
it's like
Toro
what
is.
Jury Producer Gamer said. Basically, those who project the loudest clearly have something to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, so the people who protect Ezra Miller have something to hide, considering he ran off with a fucking teenage girl.
Yeah.
He was non-binary so that people would protect him when people are like, "That's fucked up, man. You're running off with a teenage girl. What the fuck's wrong?"
I still remember that fucking video that I seen of that stupid ass where it's like, I'm transgender, non-binary, and I have the right to not be touched by a man. I'm transgender, non-binary. It's
Okay,
like,
yeah. Let me explain this. These people need to stop being saying, "Oh, one person is equal to a group of people or everyone." It doesn't equal to everybody. Like say, "Oh,
Okay.
You know what?
To
What'd have been
actually
great
add
though?
on to Shreddy's point here.
Well, do you know what would have been great though? If the cop said, "Well, I identify as a woman, and you're under arrest." That would have been fucking solid.
Well, guys, let me actually add something to Shiny's point here. You know how like the antis are always actually saying like, you know, we're actually responsible for Shadman, Chris Chan, Tsutomu Miyazaki. Well, why don't the LGBT plus community actually freaking? That would be like the LGBT plus community actually giving Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy a freaking pass for their freaking crimes.
We don't claim those people. The ones of us who are saying we don't claim those people. And when it comes to being neurodivergent, we don't claim Chris Chan either.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
And the point is,
The
like,
thing is-
let's say this, guys. Like, if I'm against Keefles, it doesn't mean I hate like a group of people. I say I hate only Keefles. That's it.
The only beings that claim Chris Chan are the mentally deficient demons that all the other demons laugh at.
Also, like I mentioned earlier, it's like how does no one see that these people trying to appeal to the woke are inadvertently racist? Because I mean, Claudine is supposed to be Black and Latin now in this reboot, and in the music video for her, she says, "I love my papa's jambalaya and my mama's hot tamales." I'm like, you might as well have said the jambalaya was fried chicken because you said hot tamales.
I mean, and again, might as well have a rather sombrero too, and like go all in, right? Go hard, go all in.
Okay, TGW has to say something.
Basically, Chris Conservative Life actually brings up a good point. I think they added something in Street Fighter 6 where you can choose your identity.
Oh no.
Well, Street Fighter 6 is dead.
I mean,
the big companies like Capcom, of course, the publicly traded companies in Japan are probably going to go woke. The ones that are publicly traded, because unfortunately that means BlackRock can get a share in them too.
Yeah, it's all because here's the thing.
That's why Rumble is probably going to go woke. Like even though they're supposed to be alt tech and conservative, Rumble will go woke because they're publicly traded. BlackRock's going to buy a bunch of shares and they're going to go woke.
They should be allowed to prevent.
Never go publicly traded if you're alt tech. Never go publicly traded. Go up just like Capcom.
Anyway, I don't mind the identity thing if I'm allowed to type in what I want. So I can put, I identify as the same person you nut bars.
Nice.
Hold
on. Solon the Lich actually brings up a good point. RG pointed out many times, both commies and conservatives, basically, Loli is the safe target both commies and conservatives attack diddlers, but do nothing about actual cheese pizza. And I mean, not the food, but the freaking,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
The thing that Josh Douglas.
I'm not referring to you guys. I'm just saying to anybody that's actually new to watching this.
Yeah, the whole cheese pizza meme came from Pizzagate.
Yeah, the thing that Josh Douglas into.
And here's the thing, Dan, let's
say
this.
The Duggards are terrible, terrible peoples because they didn't protect their daughters from their mentally ill child.
I guarantee you, when that happened, I guarantee you, the parents were like, "No, listen, it's your fault. God, has planned some bullshit like that, right?" Because that's what they would fucking say.
All I can do is hope that people like me will be like, to the girls, if you need help, we'll get you to safety. Don't worry. But what your brother did is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Fire King X says, "Oh, I want to talk about myself for a sec. I'm obsessed with waifus, fan service, death metal, and lewds. Heck of an interesting combination right there."
Yes,
Okay.
death metal.
Hey, Dia, you want to tell everyone about Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls?
Oh, okay. Well, so to kind of give y'all some context of how I came across this, last night I was just, watching videos and I came across this one girl who was talking about dolls and there's like, all these weird dolls. Anywho, Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls, like Didi just stated, was one of them. And it was made by Lauren Faust. This was before MLP G4. She wanted to get this project up, but Hasbro, because they're stupid, was like, no. And this series, I'm not really into, girl shows that much. I mean, like, yeah, I like MLP and all, but this has my attention. The designs look good. There's diversity. There's a interesting story
Each
behind
girl
it.
is based off a planet in the solar system.
Hmm.
Tell them about how Lauren was able to make Saturn work, Dio.
Oh yeah, so with Saturn, and this is kind of genius because of course you would do this. Saturn is a character who uses a hula hoop as a weapon, I assume.
Yeah, basically she has two hula hoops which represents the rings of Saturn.
And it's kind of, I mean, it's like, yeah, that would be, a thing that the personification of Saturn would be. Now, I will say this, and I say this, not in a fetish way or whatever, but I would have kind of liked if Jupiter was a little, thicker, like, yeah, BBW, because to be fair, Jupiter is the biggest planet, right? So,
I think she's supposed to be taller than everyone, but I do get what you're saying. I mean,
No,
that's
just
why
give her,
I
just give
always
her huge, just give her the biggest knockers.
oh no, this is a
no
show for little
chunky,
girls.
but like that's what I assumed when it came to Sailor Moon. Why Makoto was taller than all the other girls because she's Jupiter, you know?
Yeah. But I do love Pluto's design because she is the standard goth girl, and I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I don't know if the blog's still up, but I actually followed Lauren's thing about Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls on Tumblr, and she actually had it as a thing where Pluto was throwing a tantrum when she was designated as not a planet, saying, "I am not short," because she's one of the shorter characters and
Hmm.
she hates being short. So it's like, oh my god, that is so perfect because she would throw a tantrum at being told that she's too small to be considered a planet.
One thing I do want to say though is Hasbro is an idiot for not saying yes to this because again, you got everything: good design, an interesting story, great designs. In fact, diverse characters, so not just all standard white bread or whatever. And this. It already has a fan base, I assume Didi included, and like this makes money itself. Netflix, pick this up.
Hell,
Yeah.
the main character is called Milky Way. You could have a deal with Milky Way candy bars.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
it's just ridiculous that some of these shows don't even get any love whatsoever.
yeah,
Don't
because
tell me
again,
Sailor Moon has a license, as licensed by Hasbro.
No,
oh, but again, this show looks like it would be a great gem, and I
I,
see that
I
this.
mean this. We all buy the one book that Lauren Foss has for the characters. She does have a book, but but that's about it. Because that was like a sample thing for merchandise. If she could have convinced Hasbro to, let her do the show.
Hmm.
And I say we start doing petitions demanding that we get Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls put on the air. I don't care if it has to be Netflix or Paramount. I just want a show.
Yeah, because I mean, this is too good to
Yeah,
just
also-
not.
Oh, that.
hold on.
Doing the Galaxy Girls. Oh.
Yeah, in fact, freaking trans-conservative waifu actually brings up, have you all seen Capcom's leaks? A few of them were about diversity and what the type of things that people would deem offensive. I mean, let me just put
Yeah.
it like this. Basically, if you're going to sit there
Capcom-
and actually preach about freaking... Hold on, Turtle. Let me finish. If you're going to preach about freaking diversity and inclusivity, maybe you should actually focus on making the game first before you actually go and, try to get all these crazy hires and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of one of the earlier Christmas specials of South Park, where Kyle's mom Sheila brings up a good point that Kyle is Jewish, not Christian, so he shouldn't be, playing Joseph in a thing about the nativity scene. And it just blows out all of proportions. Like the mayor's like, okay, anyone offended by mistletoe? And one guy says, I am. Okay, lose the mistletoe. And it's like, yeah, this is basically right now real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't have fun because little piss pants over here will be offended.
And here's the
And,
thing
yeah.
that
Also,
and while I know people don't like Sheila as a character, in this case, she basically represents us. Yes, we want things, but we don't want to do it at the cost of other things.
Also, Fire King X says, yeah, I'm an extremely hardened death metal lover who's into anime and hot babes. And I'm kind of like Matt, in a way.
Yeah.
Except he's more into black metal and I'm more into death metal.
Oh, well, I also like death metal and I'm into anime. I also like hot babes and cute guys.
Yeah.
And the only thing I'm gonna say this, you know about how you said before these games need to focus on doing the game right, but you see what happened with Temten. It went very bad, to be honest.
Oh dear God, I talked about. Okay, so I first of all, if you want a good Pokemon base game, Nexomon is the go-to because it is absolutely amazing, and I need to finish it.
Yeah, I saw
But-
you on your Twitch channel playing that. It looks really good.
Yeah, but I mean,
I've actually been seeing an ad on YouTube videos called Evertale, and I think it's a horror-based version of Pokemon.
Not really. It's basically the Evertale's basically false advertising a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Don't fall for that one because I posted about it and someone said, "Hey, this is a fake scam thing," so just ignore that. But what I was going to say, go back to Tim
Well,
real
damn,
quick.
that sucks because I kind of like the concept of a horror-based Pokemon game, kind of.
Yeah, well, to kind of go back
Hey,
to
have
Tim
any of y'all seen that Digimon Survive game?
Hold on. Let me finish.
Let Dio finish.
So with Tim, first and foremost, the designs of the characters look absolutely unsightly, especially in the face. Like the first game, the faces looked real creepy, and everything is just so bright and colorful. Like it has that, flamboyant flashiness to it. Also, you can choose your 3 genders: male, female, or non-binary. But what's funny is the male looks like a male, the female looks like a female, and the non-binary looks like the female because it's right next to each other. You don't change anything.
Oh,
And
okay,
also, and to make it even worse is how the character runs. It's the stereotypical gay run, like, oh my god.
I can resist that. Basically, hold on. Fire King XX says, Dio, wait, you're into death metal too?
Yes.
Oh,
I like
basically.
And
I-
I'm gonna say that with Temtem is like
basically, I was actually
Instead of
picturing like if you're ever playing that game, I just like think like that could be like how Christians.
yeah.
Hold on,
Anyways,
Evie
with
wanted to say something. Evie wanted to say something.
All right, even with Tim 10, it got too ridiculous. Say, oh, you choose your pronouns instead of gender. Say, oh, they, them, or he, she, or she, whatever. It's kind of like stupid. Do I really want pronouns?
Okay.
No, I just want gender.
All right, let Didi talk. Go ahead, Didi. Sorry.
Anyway, something I found out, Stevani, which is a few of Stephen and Connie from Steven Universe, use they them. But in that case, it makes sense because it's a boy and his girlfriend fusing together.
But here's the thing, though. It makes sense in fiction. It
Yeah.
makes sense in fiction. In reality, what the fuck is a non-binary?
And
Okay.
even though they, them, it's basically more than one person, and they don't know about they and them, it's more than one. If you're a single person, you either are a he or a she.
Or
Yeah.
or the thing is that non-binary technically would be it's. You know,
And not just that, but though what's more hilarious is the fact that they want you to use they them. It's like, okay, what bathroom does a they them use? What food does a they them? I even seen one clown complaining about how there's no non-binary hairstyles. It's like there's gender neutral hairstyles. There's male hair. There's no such thing as non-binary.
Yeah, I would assume
Yeah.
gender neutral is
So-
what you use for your non-binary.
Yeah, two of my favorite memes are both Shrek memes. It has this non-binary kid going, "Well, I'm neither male nor female. Where do I pee?" And it has he's holding up a sign, and it's got Shrek pointing towards the door, outside.
And you
That-
know,
that
here's
one
the
got me.
thing.
And well, just say, and then the other one is that the best way to refer to people where no one's offended. Attention, all fairy tale things.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
so there you go.
call it a fairy tale thing.
And here's the thing I'm gonna say this: if they say, "Oh, where's the gender neutral bathrooms?" The gender neutral bathrooms is either you go somewhere that has one,
What
let's say the family friendly bathroom, or basically go to the one that has one toilet and a faucet. And that's it.
Wouldn't a gender neutral bathroom be a co-ed bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's still male and female. Like, non-binary isn't a real organic life form.
And the real non-binaries are basically robots in real life.
yeah, if you're a non-binary, if you have non-binary gender, you probably execute binary code.
There
Look,
you go.
look. If someone tells me they're non-binary, provided they're not an asshole like Omnia, and I don't care if Omnia stands are pissed at me saying it, I will respect you and call you they, them. But if you're like Omnia, I'm going to call you by what I think you are.
And here's the thing I'll say to the binary, to these people who claim to be binary. If you are binary, how about get a drink of, let's say, of gasoline, I could say.
Look, I'm willing
I mean,
to,
if they're a car.
look, I'm willing to respect people's choices.
Hmm.
You want to say you're non-binary, I'll call you they, them. But if you're like Omnia, an asshole, I'm going to call you he or her because I don't respect assholes. Hell, I'll even tell a gay guy if he's being an asshole, why don't you go fuck a woman and be like all the other straight assholes, you asshole? Just because you're gay doesn't mean you get a pass at being an asshole.
You know what's funny? It kind of reminds me of that one interview that Ellen had with Liberace, where Liberace's like, Ellen, no one cares that you're gay. Being gay is not a personality.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, turns out Elvira's a lesbian.
And the thing is,
Yeah, but she's all acting like Elvira's all acting like she's like, well, all these perverted men that are so upset I'm a lesbian. I'm like, honey, I promise, all these perverted men are not upset that you're a lesbian.
What
Yeah.
then? Is she talking to neckbeards? Because only neckbeards would be upset that she's a lesbian. Because that
Yeah.
means
Not even neckbeards.
Okay,
point is,
nice guys. Let's say nice guys because they're the type that don't like when if you're female and you don't reciprocate their feelings. Like, like the guys who are like, wait 5 minutes and then start calling a woman a bitch because she didn't answer back right away. And it's like, she could be in class, college student, or she could be at work,
Or
where
she
she
could
yeah.
have
can't
a
use a
life.
fucking phone.
Or she could have a life. I
For
mean,
me, like I just don't. I just gotta wait for at least 3 days. If then if it doesn't 3 days doesn't reply, well, I just gotta move on.
Yep. Basically,
Oh, but that would be a sane thing. These people aren't sane. They will call a woman a damn whore if she doesn't answer them within 5 or 10 minutes. It's like, yeah,
basically,
sure, that's gonna get her to talk to you now.
yeah. Otherwise, she'll actually just freaking think you're crazy, and then she'll block you. That's why you
She
need to
fucking
actually
blocked
give personal space.
And for me, like the only thing it's weird for me that when I used to be in a relationship with my last girlfriend years ago. The only thing is, like, she took more than 3 days to reply, and she tried to make excuses like, "Oh, I can't go out with you. I had to hang out with the coworker," which I ended up had to break up with her a lot.
I'm
I
surprised
didn't
I asked her if she was fucking cheating, because if she's saying I have to hang out with a coworker, unless she's absolutely straight and the coworker's a woman, I'd be wondering stuff. I'm sorry to say.
But the point is, she already told about her coworker is basically a guy anyway. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. You never want to be that person who acts like a jealous lover or something, but it's like every time she's telling you she has to hang out with her coworker, a male coworker, I find that suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of sus, fam.
That's why I broke up with her, because I don't want to get into no open relationships. That's the thing.
Oh, I've heard so many stories and I always crack up. The guy or the girl's like, I want an open relationship, so they have a way to fuck someone else they wanted without it being technically cheating, and then get upset when their partner decides to actually do the open relationship too. And it's like, what, you expected them to stay loyal while you were running around with the whole town?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, seriously. When are people ever going to learn?
Yeah.
Also, so it looks like the hurricane is gonna come right through my area in Georgia. So I'm probably gonna be offline for a couple of days. Hopefully, just a couple of days.
Hope you're safe.
So do we have to worry
Yeah,
about
stay safe, dude.
not having D&D session or what, Dio?
Yeah, D&D session is canceled until further notice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna suck for Friday because Shadow wanted to do that new campaign.
Yeah. Well, blame the hurricane.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
might want to let him know so he's not disappointed.
Yeah,
And the point-
I.
and here's the thing: is my suspicion about the coworker, since he's into the same hobbies as I do. Well, it makes me a great suspicion about like how this stalker I have, Lady Tora, she knew what's going on years ago. She knew I had a girlfriend, and then the point is, I figure it might be Lady Tora have a jealousy issue and using her brother against, let's say, me to go take her away from me. That's the thing I could tell. This might be a clue, or not.
Wow. I hope you got a restraining order against that bitch if that's the case.
Yeah, the point is,
Yeah.
the point is, this woman has a jealousy issue because she keep getting jealous over 2D waifus, including lolis, and other women that are better looking than her.
You don't have any female relatives, do you? Because she's starting to sound like one of those girls who would get upset if you showed your sister or aunt or something attention.
Well, I have an older sister and a niece.
You might want to warn your older sister because I've heard stories where the crazy bitch will attack female relatives. Like,
He said he
he's
broke up
my
with her.
man. And it's like, are y'all living in Alabama? Because I don't think your man is going to be fucking his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how a brother-in-law is tough.
Oh God.
The point is like, this is why it's kind of ridiculous how women need to stop getting so jealous of other women. If they want to be better, they need to do something better instead of being jealous. Right?
Yeah. Anyway, going back to Milky Way and the Galaxy Girls, I love all the outfits. A lot of those outfits would be fun to cosplay. I would definitely buy every doll because I love the designs.
So do I. Like, I really think it's a stupid move that Hasbro said no, when this right here is nothing short of fucking, easy money right here. You got the fans already. You're going to get more fans if you, air the show. You win in this. It's a win-win.
I just hope she doesn't get desperate and go to Mattel after what they buy.
Oh, actually, no. To be fair, I mean, if she did go to Hasbro, you gotta remember they would.
Mattel. I was
I
talking.
know. But if she did do Hasbro again, like you gotta remember, they're probably gonna ask her to change a few this and that's. I mean, fun fact for you, Alicorns were not supposed to be a thing in G4, but Hasbro's like, hey, put us some Alicorns. For whatever reason.
Look, I know there's going to be changes, but as long as they're not telling her to change skin tones and stuff, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, I'm saying this. These type of feminists who keep going after drawings, well, they keep having an insanity issue that they get jealous over drawings instead of looking themselves in the mirror.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
I'm a big girl. I am a big girl, but you don't see me getting pissy at like old school She-Hulk having a good figure.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm bisexual, so that might be the reason why I don't get pissy.
Oh no. These people, I'm gonna be honest though, these people make you seem like, oh, how do anime characters gonna replace me? It's like, dude, if you think anime characters gonna replace you, a real living person, then you have some major problems you need to sort out.
Evidently, they've never seen the blow-up dolls.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the these are the people like, oh, but you don't understand though.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, basically, have they never actually heard of sex toys before? Oh wait, sex is actually freaking problematic because it actually, works with the patriarchy.
I guarantee you, they're the kind of girls who have several things like the big gym and stuff. And the minute you call them out about it, they'd be like, "That's different." I mean, I heard a story of a girl saying that her boyfriend was cheating on her because he had a fleshlight, and then when he pointed out, "Well, you have a couple dildos," she's like, "That's different." And I'm like, "How? How is that fucking different?"
So how many? I'm going to ask.
They're probably going to pull out the whole. Oh well, women are oppressed and men are the oppressors, so we have different standards.
No.
Oh, again, the whole feminist movement reeks of Marxism. So
yeah, it's all because they get jealous of drawings. Not just only drawings, they get jealous of other women. Because you know what happened to all the booth babes in the cons? They were kicked out.
So the sad thing is, these people would be like, they're like,
Anime Matsuri needs to bring back booth babes. Anime Matsuri should do that. Just say F you to the rest.
And the point is,
wait, got rid of booth babes? Because I've still been seeing them in pictures of the few cons that have happened in Louisiana recently.
The big ones, I think one of the bigger ones I think it's E3 that got rid of them.
Well, what happens if the booth babe owns the booth? Are you going to really tell her she can't do what she wants?
Hopefully Anime Weekend in Atlanta don't put the same
It's funny you should say that.
These cons now he's doing. Hopefully I see some people who like Lordies. It's not gonna be like, oh my god, you like con? And it's like, No.
Yeah.
Yes, it's what they're doing. Is the thing is, this is what they do. That they do that, even though the like when F1 took away, I think it was like cheer or something like their what the thing is, even the women who worked at those jobs were like, what the fuck? I mean, basically, what it is, it's telling other women, get in line with our agenda, or we're gonna come for you.
Who the hell is
Well, and I'll tell you, there's this couple here in Oklahoma that go to different, they sell at different conventions, and the husband, like, he's an asshole. This dude would not, and his son is grown up to be just like him. And I'll tell you, without the mom, without the dude's wife there, like she dresses up like Psylocke or Catwoman, and she wears it very, very well. And without her, they wouldn't sell a damn thing.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I mean that wholeheartedly.
Hey, there's a message in the chat thing.
Oh, and
It's great.
Hold on.
wait, I
Let's
just want background.
Taylor's
noise.
there.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta freaking hold on. I gotta
But
freaking.
anyways,
Pull it
let's
up
say
for-
about this booth-based
Come
situation.
on.
They-
There we
and,
go. All right. Hold on, Taylor. There we go. Sorry about that.
Yo, hello
God.
guys.
Yeah, and here's the
Hey,
thing I'm
Taylor.
gonna say with the booth babes, right?
God help us if they ban cosplayers from wearing the sexy character cosplay.
There's some of them that already do, like in New York or whatever.
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god! So basically, the fake cosplayers are gonna have to wear the shitty Netflix version of face costume.
And remember,
Oh, that ain't.
remember the other
that
time
ain't the half of it.
there was a cosplayer who dressed up as Nonin, as in the nudist speech outfit during Comic-Con years ago. You know, from
Oh
Kill
God!
Kill.
Basically,
Oh, God, these
you know,
people-
this is why freaking having all these freaking antis, anime tourists, and stuff like that. This is why it's actually a huge mistake, because these people, they just love to keep ruining our hobbies for the sake of actually getting clout.
No,
Yeah.
I
it's-
mean, again, the
Wow.
anti-lolly that we're seeing right now is an extension of Anita Sarkeesian's logic. I mean,
No, exactly.
it all started with Anita Sarkeesian.
Like,
And-
seriously,
like,
if Anita
yeah.
Sarkeesian had shut up about it, well, since we already got equality years ago, now they wanna try to destroy it again and want to rebuild it in their way.
Anita
They're
Sarkeesian
basically acting like conservatives
I
at this
wanna-
point.
so badly and rip her earrings out and say, "You are making things bad. I have never been told I couldn't play a video game because I was a girl. You're the one saying that. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Oh no, and
Yeah, you can't get good.
I'm like, hey, wait, Anita's a kid. Hi, you stupid bitch. So you're the stupid bitch claiming that people can be pedophiles for an anime character? Hi.
I mean, the basic what it is that it's an extension of what she like. It's a logical conclusion, basically. It's like, so if it's a whole basic logic around it. It just moved to a different thing. So
Yeah.
you basically
Oh,
they
yeah.
say sexy women can cause misogyny and whatnot. Well, so it's basically the idea that lolicon can cause people to become pedophiles,
Oh,
because of the reinforces or stereotyping, all that kind of
Wait,
shit.
I
Hold
think,
on.
Wait.
I think I can bring up the stupidity of this.
Uh,
Make it.
Yeah.
I make a Faye Valentine costume, and I let my stomach hang out. And if anyone's like, "Ugh, that's disgusting," I'd be like, "Are you fat shaming me?" Basically throw that stupidity back at them. Because they'd be like, "Oh no, we're not fat shaming." I'm like, "Well, it sounds
The
like
problem-
you're fat shaming me, you asshole." I can't
The problem is
believe
that-
you.
The problem is that it's not hypocrisy, it's hierarchy. They think they're morally superior to you. Thus, they have a different set of rules than you do.
Well, that's why I want to throw their stupidity back. Now,
Yeah, and
I get I'm not exactly the body type most people want to see, but I guarantee you wokies would not want to do anything that could get them canceled. So if anyone
yeah.
said something about my
Yeah.
The thing is, because you're not
hanging out, I could say, "Oh, you're fat shaming me."
Because you're not a wokey, they would actually not care. They actually would ignore anything you say to them because you're morally below them.
Hey,
Well, they don't have to follow the same
Hold on.
standard.
Let me just actually read what his wife says. She says, "Yeah, they're ruining our." I totally agree.
Yeah, and
Basically,
yeah, so basically you were saying about they're ruining our fun, and you know who's the main point who causing the fun ruiners is their parents who were in the soccer mobs in the first place.
My mom was never a soccer mom, thank God. My mom was basically the person who's like, okay, my kid's lost interest in this thing. I don't have to do it anymore. My mom was not the, no, you wanted to be in tap, so you're going to do tap no matter what.
Excuse me. Can I have a talk? Like, what's up, guys? Good news. I felt better. My throat is good. It's recovering. Yeah. So trans conservative waifu says those companies will go through every shape, unblenched lip,
climb mountains, tower clouds, and dig through the Earth's core. These Twitter users, but they won't treat us, the fans, with respect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we actually have this saying: vote with your wallets.
Yeah.
Basically, if there's actually something that you want to support, show support by using dollar signs. But they should actually have to understand: never bite the hands that feed you.
Yeah.
The problem is that Crunchyroll has basically monopolized anime for now.
Oh, I can't wait for that to the case when Smart TV comes like, hey, you know what, Crunchyroll, you're not giving us what we want. You're fucking over people, and people are gonna get sick and tired of this shit. Cause I can easily see right now, comes like Roku and Amazon, they get so fed up with the shit. It's like, dude, you're censoring a lot of anime to the point it's ridiculous. Knock it the fuck off.
Anyway,
that's what, and guess what's gonna happen? People are just gonna pirate and fan sub, just like the old days.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm gonna say this, right?
I'm trying to ask Taylor a question.
Oh.
So I'm asking the question before I ask a different question. Taylor, are you a fan of Monster High? I'm just curious.
Oh, I'm not a super fan. I was used in my childhood when I was a kid. Like, I was watching Monster High and I found it boring. Like,
well, I'm just asking because I've told everyone about this, but Clownfish TV looked at a music video for the reboot, and Claudine is going to be the main character this time. But the music video, they had her singing and stuff, and there was a line because it's revealed that she's going to be Latin and black. So she said one of the lines is, "I love my daddy's jambalaya and I love my mama's hot tamales." So I want your opinion on this.
Oh yeah, we never did she as weeboos. Like, what the fuck? The new designs are cringe. Like, why in the fuck? Dude. Why are they making the freaking racial characters?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it kind of makes sense. Werewolves usually are human most of the time, but it's like we never see her as human, though. I mean,
that would be like an animal. Like, remember in Arthur, like in PDS Arthur, they talk about racism and they like how even the hell the animals were winning that skin color.
I mean, are we going by Zootopia?
No, Arthur, PTS Arthur. You know, they have a BLM video.
I
if
know.
You look at a BLM video, you'll find out.
I know. My point is, are we going with Zootopia logic where we're using stereotypes for various animals? You know, like cute bunny, sneaky fox. You know, that kind of thing.
Hell
yeah. I don't know how you would do racism Arthur when everyone is animal.
Also, Dio, you might want to actually read this.
Noni? Oh, sorry, I was working on my thing here. Interesting, it's my favorite death metal bands are Cannibal Corpse's Nice Death, Decide, and Immortal
Okay,
Angel.
okay, I get
Morbid
the
Angel is my favorite as well, and
yeah.
Awesome! Fire King, fan fucking tastic high five.
But anyways, guys, I'm gonna say this: this whole soccer mom mentality happened, and you know how it all started because you know when they learned from their parents, oh, like they say they make these calls to Fox, say, oh, get rid of Married with Children because of the the
I'm sorry, but I
situation.
like Al Bundy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Al Bundy is actually the best character in the series.
How dare you say that to my face? Well, I'd say it to your back, but my car only has a half a tank of gas.
Yeah,
No,
wish
no,
I could say it, but I hope Carson only got half a tank. Yes.
And the point is, it's like it's
one of
all
my
because of
personal favorites is
puberty
the
or
one where he
something
says-
going on. What they say in the show, and then the mom got triggered, and like the other mom's got triggered over a phone call.
I
Yeah.
love Al
Yeah.
Bundy because half
So
of
yeah,
Yeah, well, I think the
lines
so-
is
sorry.
from Married with
yeah. Can I say something? I
Alright.
find it funny. These are the people who literally be like the kind of tourists. And because this is a funny thing. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar that how people used to bully us in high school, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
also think
Because like
Al-
the funny thing is like I remember like there's certain teachers who have a major issue. Like my art teacher had no problem with me drawing art. So I didn't have one of those like art teachers like, oh my god, you're drawing anime, you're not drawing realism. Oh, how dare you? It's like I was doing every other thing that she was telling me. I just want to learn also anime art. But what the one part I also remember is like
Yeah.
my math teacher, right? When I was in 10th grade, saw the fact I have anime art, right? She thought it was hentai, and I'm like, of course, when
I mean, unless the characters were naked, it obviously wouldn't be fucking hentai.
also,
no,
how's your
It's not hentai if it's not pornographic.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Let me finish, though.
Exactly.
Let me finish. Though. She literally made me do push-ups in front of my classmates, and not only that, make me return the book that actually was gonna help me to draw better. I mean, draw better anatomy. When I was in
That's just that, but how the hell does she know what hentai is?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I probably would have argued with her and stormed out of class and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
this ain't hentai. It's not pornographic. So shut the fuck up. I'd rebel. I'd probably end up in detention or better yet, I'd probably want to get my mom to kick me out of school.
It was also throwing a situation where we can't bring our book bags, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, anytime there, Fire King. Besides,
Like,
also,
yeah.
I would have stormed out of class and say, "Hey, I'm gonna have my mom homeschool me after that because fuck that."
Well, I actually heard a story with an art class, but the teacher said draw a princess, and most of the kids are gonna go for the obvious Disney princess. But one of the kids, she drew Sailor Moon because technically Sailor Moon is a princess. And the teacher got pissy about it because she wanted everyone to draw the Disney princess. And it's like, but you said draw a princess character. You didn't say draw a Disney princess.
Yeah, you
If
just
she
So that's on you.
if she had drawn Xena, she'd have flipped her lid.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
want to know.
dude, that's
She's a
that's
war
like
princess.
Yeah, I
Come
want
on.
to know what happens if she was to have drawn Xena. Like, she is the warrior princess. You said to draw a princess. Well,
Well, this story was told on the pumpkin guy thing, which is a pumpkin puppet that's shown on Twitch. But it's the
I
creator-
love Pumpkin Guy. I mean, he's
Yeah.
actually so awesome.
Honestly,
be honest,
Yeah,
I'm
I
but-
watched
thinking-
Xena the Warrior Princess during
Whoa,
my
whoa,
childhood.
One at a time.
but the story was told in Twitch on Pumpkin Guy's thing, and he said, "Well, here's what you do. She draws Princess Leia, and then the helmet's removed, and it's Sailor Moon." 'Cause
Oh,
Leia's
God.
not really a
Oh God.
Disney- What?
What happened?
Just actually hearing that is just freaking.
Yeah. We discussed about that in my stream, Taylor.
oh yeah, but like, do you know that some Twitter users, like Mo
Oh my
TV
fucking
UK?
God, I hate that. Oh
God.
yeah. Anne Frank was white, but she kind of got killed for her religious beliefs. How is that white privilege? Oh yes, such a privilege to basically be gassed to death.
And here's the thing,
it's
like if they
basically
say
the
of and
Christian Olympics. words. That's what it is.
So
the
let me tell you
oppression
this one thing for sure. If idiots say they're obsessed over Nazis and say white privilege, are they supporting the Nazis? I'm just asking.
I think they
Yeah,
do.
basically, that's just
Yeah.
a freaking. That's a double-edged sword right there. So let me
They
just
have
put it
a
like
very
that.
they have a very unhealthy obsession with Nazis and racists, and it's like
because
And
Because
they're
they are
actually accusing us of that. They're accusing us of being the freaking Nazis when they, in turn, are the ones perpetuating such things.
because I'm sorry, most of these people are more racist than the town racist where I live. And
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
saying something because the guy says he's a proud KKK member. How the fuck
See,
do you outdo
yeah.
a KKK member?
Yeah, because
What
I
do
mean,
you think is
the
kind of funny though?
hold on, here's what the difference is. That proud KK member is at least someone that says, "Hey, fuck you, I hate you." Meanwhile, the
Wait.
SJWs are like, "Listen, I am doing all this for you, so put on the sombrero and this Mexican mustache and say how much you love hot tamales."
Hey,
Oh, how
Tio, you want to hear something funny?
how
Also,
that
Also, Didi, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Speaking about white privilege thing, do you know that they say on Model TV last year, maybe last year in the Pride Month, that they said white gay privilege. If you're or LGBTQ or you're white, just they're white, you have white gay privilege because your community is systemically racist. Like what the?
I'm
And the
fucking
problem is,
bisexual, and I'm gonna be honest. My type of women tend to be tall black women.
That's the, oh yeah,
And-
speaking of kind of funny though, I just thought about it something though. Like these were the same people who accused me of these fucked up things. Like I'm accusing being a pedophile, but I'm looking like, why do you have an obsession with the age kills so badly? Like I can
Basically,
easily
they just actually have a freaking morality complex.
yeah.
Like they
and-
want.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't. The internet has been calling them moral. Well, the thing is that the second part of that word's a slur, so I can't really say it here. But moral FN is they've been calling people calling them that for decades.
You mean moral
I
bundles
I
of
can't
dicks.
use that word on Twitter or Facebook or anything anymore. I can only use that word on alt tech.
I mean, how long until they're gonna get stupid and you can sign it on, Mr. A, but I'm pointing it out. How long until they say that people who are disabled in any way have white privilege?
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
know.
I'm
I know.
autistic.
What
And
the
then-
hell? I mean, what in the living hell? I'm
Like,
sorry to say it,
seriously,
but
like,
basically-
and here's the thing, like, they call Hispanics white because I'm thinking I'm white. I'm not freaking white because my skin isn't white. Like,
I can't wait. I can't wait if they say light skinned black people like myself are considered like quote unquote, I don't know, house something.
Yeah,
hold
and
on, let me show
also,
myself.
Someone asked on freaking
Do I look
Twitter.
freaking white to you guys? Do I look freaking white?
No,
No.
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 No,
Look like,
I mean,
not
you look
really.
closer to Gabriel Iglesias' complexion, if anything.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to have,
Yeah.
the
Also,
same
another
I have.
thing, I actually found this one Twitter comment saying, "Are you actually ashamed for actually being white?"
No.
As someone that's
No.
actually freaking white,
No,
That's like asking a black person if they're ashamed to be black. It's like it's dumb.
No,
Now, here's the
guys,
thing.
guys,
It's
you wanna hear
racist.
something funny? I'm totally ashamed of being like kind of. Oh my god, don't you know? Because I mean, look what the harm I did to the world, despite the fact
And-
I barely exist in this planet.
Well, here's the
You-
thing. One thing I will say right here and now. No one should be ashamed of their fucking skin color, no matter who they are. Just because some
hold on.
asshole
I'll be right
over
back,
here
guys.
did a
Alright.
thing, eons ago, does not reflect on who you are as a human being.
Yeah. Even
I've-
though,
I remember watching a movie about Ruby Ridge. She was like one of the first black children to go to school in New Orleans with white kids. And in the movie it showed that she basically would draw herself and her family as misshapen peach colored people because she had basically been bullied into thinking that there was something wrong with her being black. And it's basically like you're basically doing what they did to Ruby Ridge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Ruby
the-
Ridge.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Oh God.
Yeah. Hey guys.
That reminds me of.
Hold on.
Ruby Ridge. Isn't
you
that
wanna
also
say
the name
something?
of one of basically one of the biggest human rights violations of the U.S. government?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey guys.
Along with Waco? Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is if they have a problem with me being that, and also they're also racist against Hispanics, because the only thing is, the problem is if they're racist against Hispanics, well, guess what? They think they want me to put me back to the Latin country where I'm from, because I'm mixed, to be honest.
Hold on. I forgot her name. The female. Was TFA wanted to say something.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
They're like, oh.
Yeah, TFA wanted to say something. Go on.
Like, you know those the same people say about white clothes that scared Jewish people be white, or talk about the systemic racism? Those are the same people who are Holocaust deniers who would just complain, white people cannot be externalized because their skin tones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these the same people who go to Auschwitz and take selfies?
They probably
Maybe.
are. They
I
probably
guess, I
are.
don't know.
guarantee you.
Or go and try to find Gengars on top of the gas chambers.
So, are we doing?
Or no,
so
it
we
was
doing,
Wheezing. It was Wheezing was on top of the gas chamber at
Okay.
Auschwitz.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Pokemon Go really should have certain areas that should not have Pokemon, just because.
Oh, I
wow,
agree,
that's
but
fucked up.
damn.
I mean, what's next? Are we going to talk about white privilege, and if we gotta bring up about Emma Till if we can have male privilege? I'll be so much pissed if we can what the fuck?
Look, I'm just
This
waiting
is so
at this. Now that it's infected queer society, I'm just waiting for someone to tell me I have white privilege just because I'm on the spectrum and stuff because I'm white. And it's like,
I mean,
and and the thing is, it's in the Attack on Vic situation. It's also it's white privilege. No, it's not. They just
That's
don't
nothing-
want Vic.
That has nothing to do with white. You're just being both stupid.
Here's a problem, though, guys. We gotta remember, though, these people are bigots. That's what they are.
these
Oh,
people
yeah,
are the
bigots.
people whose parents must have eaten lead paint chips when they were pregnant.
No,
yeah, like-
and the sad thing is, I'm gonna see this as well. It's like I'm looking at these people who literally act like anime killers gonna do some harm to them. It's like motherfucker, you're the same people who bullied me for liking lollies. You're the same people who bullied me for liking drawing art. That's anime. It's like, can you people just stop giving me more reason to be anti-social? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, they're the same type of people that they bullied us in high school and middle school.
So there's people who watch Big Bang Theory and act like they're real nerds when they basically were assholes to us for liking anime and comics and stuff.
Yeah.
AKA, I'm an anime fan. Goku is my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, get out of
You
here.
don't tempt fate with that shit. Do not tempt fate with that shit.
If you told me that shit, I would beat the.
Oh, that thing has already happened already, like years ago with the meme.
Pokemon's meme.
What's funny is, okay, so this actually happened on the news. This anchor woman, my friend showed me this. We both laughed our asses off. This anchor woman was like, I remember, like my favorite comic book character Superman always says, with great power comes great responsibility. And it's like,
That's Spider-Man.
What issue was that? I want to find that issue where Superman's like, listen, with great power comes like.
Was that in the Superman Spider-Man crossover they had back in the day?
No.
Because like, okay, that's her, level of fan, air quotes.
Yeah, well, I remember when 4chan actually trolled Oprah Winfrey by using the over 9,000 meme to claim that they were a group of pedophiles with over 9,000.
You mean over 9,000 cheat-cheats?
Well, what it was is,
9,000
I think it was like behind 7 proxies and over 9,000 penises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's behind 7 proxies. I love that meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if someone told Oprah and she basically had that look that you will see in cartoons before they get turned into a sucker. You know, you basically played yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, they were trying to troll her, and instead of her being like, hey, does this mean anything? She actually went on the air and said shit, and 4chan bragged about it for weeks.
I mean, Oprah is a stupid, fat, ugly bitch, so...
I thought Oprah Winfrey is
Well,
a good.
Dio, careful. You don't want to get canceled because of being a racist.
I mean, I also agree with you as well. And what they're
Oh
going to do.
god, how gullible can someone be to actually fall for 4chan? And the funny thing is that the media has been falling for 4chan. Look at the whole OK symbol thing. That was a 4chan op.
Guys, you gotta remember. I mean, 4chan also gave us a certain type of monster named 50 Whitney.
I think 4chan should try to troll She Who Must Not Be Named and her girlfriend Eve Barlow just by saying that Johnny Depp hired an assassin or something. And when it comes out that it was a joke, everyone's like, you're a fucking idiot, She Who Must Not Be Named.
I mean, your show sucks, so I'm not gonna sit there like sympathize with her for reasons.
And the point is, I'm gonna say this.
Honestly, 4chan, they need to bring back Anonymous, because I think that with some of the stuff that's been going on, like especially with when these companies try to do copyright lawsuits against people for the dumbest shit. I think that's when hacktivists need to freaking just dox the entire legal departments of these big corpos.
Yeah.
Just I think that these corporate lawyers need to be made afraid because they're getting all uppity.
Also, I'm gonna say this: I'm annoyed at people who still defend She Who Must Not Be Named with all the evidence and stuff about her, but then you get the people who still defend her who are like, I didn't watch the trial because it was awful seeing him trying to get sympathy. And I'm like, you're not allowed to talk if you did not watch the trial. I missed several streams of Mr. A's thing to fucking watch the trial. That's how dedicated I was to Johnny Depp's innocence, that I watched the fucking trial.
The thing is, these people that make me want to say right now, these are the same people who think, oh, you can't compel lolicon to violate video games. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's the same treatment. When I was in high school, I had classmates thinking, when the whole Sandy Hook situation, I thinking, oh, I play video games, therefore I might shut up the school because, God forbid, I have the same condition as the guy who shut up the school. I'm like, are you stupid?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, these are the same people who said the Orange movie, and it's Cuties, but there's a brand of orange called Cuties, so I call it the Orange movie to try and avoid mentioning it.
The movie that should have been banned.
Brave. And when people said, but these are girls being dressed like little hookers, it was like, how dare you? You're basically being racist and sexist to the director who made it, because the director is a French black woman.
The fact that there are people out there,
they could have at least used 18-year-old actors. I mean, at the very fucking least.
That's what I said. Make the girls age at like mid-teens, and then get people in their late teens, early 20s to play them. That way, it's not. That way, it's a thing of they know what's happening in this movie, and then they chose to do it. Kids don't get a choice.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of abuse going on there, real life abuse that I really wish would be prosecuted.
Yeah, I'm probably aware from the videos, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I heard a lot of horror stories about Hollywood who actually have child actors and actresses who are being abused in secret.
And I'm sorry, but any parents who still go to Nickelodeon with their kids for possible jobs need to be slapped, because I'm sorry, Nickelodeon basically kept a man despite several child stars being like, hey, this guy makes me uncomfortable. He asks to see my feet and stuff. Anyone who will keep a man that long until the truth comes out and then they pay him off to leave, I'm not trusting that company with my child.
And the same thing with Disney, but it's even worse.
Oh God.
Oh fuck, Disney. Shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about how Disney can get sometimes. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
the point is what I'm saying is like, if these antennas actually take the time to actually give a shit about what Hollywood's doing, the kids instead of going out.
So what did I miss? Anyway, since I came back,
Oh,
'cause-
just
Oh, we're talking about Dan Schneider.
yeah.
Oh
Yes,
God,
I-
Yeah,
yeah,
that guy's
yeah,
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, we talked about it through, and also we talked about how,
Yeah.
and you know,
In fact,
Disney's worse than
Anyway, the
Nickelodeon.
reason why I was gone for so long was because I was actually helping my uncle actually get some carpet up, and we're going to be laying down some linoleum over in the living room.
Yeah.
So
You know what's funny is I did say like about the whole like I think Atlas and Nisa need their I think Anonymous needs to come back so Atlas and Nisa can have their entire copyright and compliance legal department freaking
Well,
harassed.
like I said a couple times before in various other streams, the only reason I wasn't with Slump, he's a YouTuber picketing Nickelodeon, is I don't have the money. If I had the money, I'd have been there. Unlike the wokies who tend to be these little rich assholes most of the time, but they don't want to do anything beyond being keyboard warriors.
Oh,
No.
to be fair, gee, they need all that money for the, pink hair and soy lattes that they
I
chug
mean,
up
Rip-
their ass.
No. That is just a waste of money right there. Basically, why people actually invest in hair dyes and expensive lattes, that's just beyond me. That's just wasteful spending.
And also, you know what else is wasteful spending? They want to let Homeland Security go after, gamers' voice chats and whatever because of the word Minecraft is now dangerous.
You want to do something scary though? I just noticed something. Nobody's also be the ones to be buying.
You know what's funny is that what's going to happen is that there's going to be an uproar when people can't even talk about the game Minecraft because they ban the word. It's like, you did this yourself by having us have to use a language Creole because you guys banned words.
Because they
And
keep
then-
changing the meaning of words. Because basically, freaking 1984 was meant to be a warning, not a freaking how-to manual.
Yeah. And this is why we need 1984 books to be put a label on it that so people will learn it's not a manual. It's basically a warning.
Yeah, well, the thing is, 1984
don't
used to
make
be
this reality. Keep this fiction.
1984 used to be required reading in schools, and now it's not. And I think I know why. They want to make sure people don't want people to get the warning. They want to basically teach people that censorship is good and all that, and they have to make sure people don't get the warning.
Basically,
No, it isn't. Because how long until we're trying to paint a bra on the Venus de Milo?
Pretty much, I can see feminists doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Also, there's a comment from Rainbow99. The birth of a nation, a woman king, are Hollywood's movies who tries to make hero out of the evil bad guys.
Also, he brings up another good point. He says, will people love and support people with unhealthy interest in kids? It don't really like freedom of speech and democracy.
Oh my God! Please tell me.
Yeah.
Please tell me they were not defending Dan Schneider. Dan Schneider is a sick fuck.
And to be honest, they call random people as predators since they're they don't know like in the past like the Nazis, the commies, and the Marxists are predators as well.
Well, the thing is, if they like to use that term, and the funny thing is, they call people who like drawings, they call them predators. It's like who is your victim? If there's no victim, they're not a predator. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. If there's no victim, there's no predator. I'm sorry. I'm tired of people taking words and making them broader so that they can put that label on people to label them as something ontologically evil so they can just go after them.
Well, that's what pissed me off about Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller is an actual predator that's being protected.
I know, that's my point. He says he's non-binary non-binary. So when he runs off with a teenage girl, everyone's like, "Oh, don't be mean to him." Like, he ran off with a teenage girl. That is not normal.
At the very least, run off with an adult woman. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, him being one of an adult woman, it's somehow gonna be a thing. Wow, I actually hope he continues doing this stupid shit till someone puts him the pedal to him and then what he wants his own life.
Me and
I know
mine
that we shouldn't get our hopes up, but you know,
accept Ezra because it's like, dude, you're making us look bad. We fought for years to prove that we're just as valid as straight people, and you're sending us back years.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm afraid we're gonna go back to the days of sodomy laws and stuff like that, where we just have Christianized religious. They're basically propping up their religious right, and they don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And what's funny is they're giving fucking zealots like Westboro Baptist Church more ammunition and making them look like the good guys. It's like, dude, stop. You're making us look bad and making these assholes look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a Ruben King movie. Like, how even the hell you equate slave owners as good guys?
But in all seriousness, this is like, you know, reason why, you know, people like us that actually do have an interest in something. Heck, I'll actually admit this because I've actually been doing some soul searching, and basically, I think I might actually have to say, you know, I do actually like, you know, certain types of guys, but I also have an interest in girls, so there you go.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
who cares?
Yeah.
You know, you're bisexual. Who cares? You know, that does not make you any less of a person.
You know, that's just
unlike
the thing.
what some people
These
think.
people are actually trying to give like us bad names because, you know, they want to freaking go around actually saying that, you know, bisexual people are actually just freaking you know, just that.
And them person who don't even care about anything anymore.
No, and that's the same reason why. That's the same reason why it's like when people be like, "Well, like, but Steve, you can't be drawing lordy, you sick creep," and I'm like, "Me, I don't care. Keep calling out your fucked up things. All you're doing is adding more and more screenshots. If something happens to me in real life, I know that if something happens, like my friends and family members, they'll be like, oh, okay, we have all these evidence of someone, you know, causing a problem. You know,
What I'm more worried about is that if people if lolicons were doxxed, you know, they probably, I'm afraid that they might resort to swatting.
I was doxxed in the past.
I'm gonna say this: me and mine. If you were to come to the local pride parade and say you were a map, you'd have various people from butch lesbians to men in stilettos stomping your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it should be.
And rightfully so.
Actual creeps should not be involved in that.
Listen, we don't want your fucking kind. We don't accept maps, aka pedos.
No.
You're not allowed.
Exactly.
You're not
Yeah.
valid. Yeah.
Basically, all I gotta say is don't ever actually lump us, you know, into your little bullshit because, you know, you're actually hiding behind, you know, a so-called pride flag.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And this is the shit that would piss me off because yesterday I was like watching a video that some idiot was saying lolicons are the P word, of course, and I'm like, dude, you call yourself an old anime fan, yet I watch more anime that's both new and old. And you know what the scary thing is? I have not once think to myself like, oh, I'm a disgusting P word because I like lore. It's like, no. If anything, I sit to look at these people who make fun of anime fans who like this stuff. Like, dude, are you just niche or are you just meant to the range? Then again, I forgot. I mean, I said a person who is an otaku, and I know who, and we all know who they are. We know who they are.
Yeah,
They're just moving the goalposts, and like I said, but you know, they're actually trying to drag us LGBT plus people through the mud, and that's why I don't want to actually put any, like, you know, pride flags or anything like that. I just want to be treated like a human being, okay?
I think these people just like drama because Like the whole, oh, I was told I couldn't play Pokemon because I'm a girl. I'm like, where? Because not only do I play Pokemon with guys, I'm usually fought over because I'm the one who helps keep everyone alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, what's funny is the fact that there's that one YouTuber. She kind of comes on and off. She was the Pikachu onesie.
Tamashi or something?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if anything, she's the one that kind of got me into playing Pokemon again because I saw her video about, are you too old for Pokemon? And she went on this, epic, detail of how it's, okay and stuff, and she really inspired me.
No, and that's one of the funny things with Pokemon. It's like, I mean, I'm kind of glad that one of my real life friends got me back into Pokemon and got me interested in Pokemon even more nowadays. It's like, I look at the people who get so mad about Pokemon. I'm like, dude, if you hate Pokemon so much, go find a
Yeah,
different
it's
game.
like, it's actually illegal to play Pokemon in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah,
now they
because
allow-
Saudi
they always-
Arabia don't even like Zionists because Zionists equals bad. Only if Muslims
Okay,
are
guys.
logic.
Okay, guys. They
Okay,
allowed the Pokemon games to be legal,
let's
but
not-
the card game is illegal.
That's just why I said other countries need a lot of the.
Yeah.
Also, I
This
found
is-
something out. Now, I already knew that the creator of Pokemon is neurodivergent or autistic as well.
Yeah.
Well, because my dad looked up famous people with autism when I was diagnosed, and
Aw.
it was awesome to find out that Dan Aykroyd, Tim Burton, and the creator of Pokemon were on the spectrum.
Yeah.
But apparently, Pokemon is very popular among neurodivergent fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a sad thing. I'm autistic. I wake up on this myself. It's like,
I'm autistic too.
and I'm
I
like,
have a learning disability still. Yeah.
I look at the people who literally be like, oh, well, but you shouldn't like them. It's like dipshit. Most of the time when I see people like boys, that normal people or golf people with similar conditions that I do, to the point that you can't really say that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if someone says I'm supposed to like Pokemon, I'm gonna be like, why the fuck do you care? Am I shoving my Switch in your face saying, look at me catch this Pokemon? No? Then leave me the fuck alone. It's none of your fucking
Yeah.
business.
that's the point. What I'm saying, like, these people act like we shove things to their faces. I'm like, dude, most of the time I'm by myself. I will want to shove my stuff to other people, but no, I'm most time by myself. So what the hell I'm gonna shove it to you.
Yeah. Like, do I even care about everything? Not really, because the point is like, if I.
Yeah.
The point is like, the thing is, we got these type of people who just say, I'm one of you, whatever, and then at the same time, they don't learn to just like, who cares?
I can't
Yeah,
wait when the moment
basically, there's a little thing called personal space. Basically,
Exactly.
you don't actually, go invading our personal space. We won't bother you.
No, guys, don't you know? We don't know it's a reject. We don't have personal space. Everyone should know what we do in our life. By these people logic.
Yeah. And these gimmick accounts like fails, whatever, just screenshotting our posts. The problem is they don't find any good thing. They just like want to find something and say, oh, something's problematic. No, it's not.
What is problematic?
Usually gimmick accounts are how antis get directed towards someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gimmick accounts, those accounts, like, I'm really tired of these gimmick accounts that, like Lolicon L's are usually one that there's basically they're command and control for antis in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's kind of
yeah,
it's kind of like on Subway. It's like Subway like on Reddit. I know what you're talking about. Because I know.
Oh yeah, anyone who's still on Twitter, does that dumbass I stand with Vic fails still exist, or were they
It's
finally?
still around by a different name called Losers.
Of course.
Oh, how rude.
Yeah, they get suspended. They just keep making a new account.
How come they're able to get a new account, but I'm not?
They probably have phone numbers, different internet connections, and probably other things that they can use to hide that it's the same person
Yeah.
from the automated systems.
That's fucking bullshit.
That's fucking
I
bullshit.
get yeeted from Twitter for basically saying if someone gets in my face, I'll break their nose. But this asshole keeps being able to slander Vic and anyone who supports him.
Yeah.
I don't know. How dare I get fucking banned off Twitter for literally calling someone
And
who is
and you
fucking
look at her
OnlyFans?
and you look at that
What?
Phil's look at I stand with Vic Phil's post. It's not anything related to Vic. It's related to stuff that they want to get clout out of anyway.
These
They're not
Yeah,
even
exactly.
focusing on Vic. That defeats the purpose of the bullshit account.
Remember,
Yeah.
guys, they love to make
Honestly,
shit
yeah,
about
I'm starting to think that we
There's
need our
just
own
nothing
gimmick
more
account.
thinking.
We honestly,
I think
I'm
there's
wondering
nothing more to
if we've got to stop being quote unquote ethical and start using the tactics that just work.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like like Kick Vic, Kick Vic losers basically kind of call out all those Kick Vicers who aren't doing doing the gimmick. They just end up being show how failures they are, like Lady Tora and others, including BT.
I mean, can we really see this successful people? Like, this is what we were talking about. They're not successful. What is successful about these clowns?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Everyone on I Stand with Vic, they've only been ethical because Vic pleaded with them not to go after anyone. But sadly, by being ethical, these assholes are getting away with it because it's like, you won't. I could use you to wipe dog shit on like you're a fucking welcome man.
And here's the thing, it's like they just, and even though they went after me, I couldn't even return to my job. That's the point.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the same people try to find. I mean, if these the same people find out my in real life, and they find out the fact that I drove Lottie kills, they'll probably beat me up in real life. I'm like, go right ahead, put your head on me so I can have my family members record you for assaulting me, you stupid fuck.
I
Yeah.
think we need to try and get a hold of Anonymous and see if they can air out all these assholes' dirty laundry.
Yeah.
I think the best thing I could do is just, if this gets they can do is don't fight them. If they put a hit on me, just let them hit the head on me so I can laugh at them. Because all what happens is
Yeah.
pay for it anyway.
It's just ridiculous how people are these days, and sometimes I wish Dawn were here. Maybe she could
And
actually
even-
try to cheer us up a little bit.
Even though who's been trying to give him so much attention is Black Sage, because he's the one who shouldn't give them attention. That's the thing.
Well, see, yeah.
And not just only that, Black Sage was an idiot that he showed his Minds page and enabled these idiots. It's like, oh, let's look around people's Minds page and they just screenshot them there. They don't want to stick on Twitter.
See, the funny thing is, I put a funny amount of antis on mine, try to go after my ass, and I laugh at them and still. Oh lord, he's like, dude, calm about it.
Oh yeah, what is BT Underdog's avatar this time?
It's some guy from the Boondocks, is the lawyer guy.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom the lawyer.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on! I know no one really liked Tom, but he doesn't deserve this.
But seriously, like BT, he gets upset when I called him a house slave, and he say, "Oh, house slave is racist." No, it's not. And even who taught me that word? My teacher, who is black, told me about what a house slave is.
Hold a second, Sharon. You're not a racist. I'm a black person. I'm telling you right now, you're not a racist.
Yeah, and he's actually a huge freaking, nice guy to freaking Monica Rial.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
That's
he's basically hoping Monica will dump Ronnie Boy and be like, "Oh, BT, you defended me so much. Come to my house and take me."
And it's all because, let's say this, it's all because Bulma is his waifu. I can tell you what.
Well, his wife. You mean the basic bitch? Are you fucking
Yeah, he get his ass beaten by Vegeta. Let's be honest.
I'm sorry, but the moment you mentioned Bulma, I'm like looking like I can't even take you seriously at 10 seconds.
Also, who's that fucking asshole who looks kind of like the Penguin except without the nose?
Danny DeVito?
No. This guy is basically on Kick Vic as well. And he basically tries to be like, "Oh, I got you." And I'm like, "You penguin looking fat ass motherfucker."
I don't know who he is, but I block him.
I mean, I don't know who the guy is. I probably guess I don't.
He always wears the top hat. That's why he looks like the penguin.
Oh,
Also, guys, I had to go, but
yeah.
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 I have to leave to. I got things to take care of, so I'm gonna see you guys next time. So peace out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Take care. Take care.
And the problem is with Kick Vic, it's like they need to have a life. They shouldn't be going after people over internet posts, which is really
I'm sorry.
stupid.
They need more in their life. They need to actually be. They need to get their cell phone smashed to the ground and actually
I mean-
the real ones.
I mean, they need to be dealt with too, but she
Yeah.
who must not be named is sending her lackeys after people because someone threatened that umbrella guy's children. It's like,
What the hell? What's wrong with
Yeah.
you people?
yeah, because that umbrella guy did coverage of the trial. And it's like, yeah, he's a news YouTuber. Of course he's going to cover the fucking trial. You're a fucking scumbag for threatening his children. You don't go after people's families. You don't have to like people,
Yeah.
but you don't go after their family.
Yeah.
Like, I
true.
don't like she who must not be named, but I would not wish something terrible on her baby.
Oh no! Speaking of something funny, didn't I remember there was like people was like giving hate shit for the fact he showed his face, and I'm like, you fucking bitch.
And not to mention, Kiefel's sending people to go after people that they're against him because the reason is we think she kind of leaked the pictures of people of the victims' family members, like the mom and whatever.
Yeah. I was just like, look at these people, like, you hate your hate, yet you fucking expose your true colors every single time. Like, stop.
Yeah, people
don't wanna
need to stop.
Like, if you want people to stop making fun of you, then stop contributing to your own downfall.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah, like they don't want taking in the easy way, either like talk with them or move on. That's your choice.
Also, Mr. A.
Yo,
Now, before the stream ends, because we got it's 1 hour and 45 minutes. Before the stream ends, did you finish Edge Furnace?
Yeah, did
not
you?
yet. Besides, I know you're actually threatening to freaking kill me, dude. I just actually.
Yep.
I've been
So,
freaking.
fif-
I've been having so much on my mind that you haven't actually had a chance to sit down and watch stuff. Okay.
Nope, I'm gonna kill some orcas. I'm going out now and killing the
Leave the
orcas.
goddamn orcas alone, Dio.
It's Mr. A's fault. Blame Mr. A. I'm killing all the orcas.
Why,
They fight a free
Mr.
Woody.
A? What did Willie do to you, Mr. A?
Yes.
Fuck.
I'm
Hey, Willie?
gonna put a free Woody in a damn wood chipper. And then laugh crazily after he dies.
Okay, I'm guessing you weren't alive during the 90s if you don't know Free Willy.
I think I know Freeway now.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, you don't know who Free Willy is?
It's
I know.
basically an orca.
You know, jump Free Willy, jump!
I know who you're talking about. Orca Whales. They're actually one of my favorite species now that I thought about it too. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Real Willie.
Apparently, orcas are actually a type of giant dolphin.
Which is absolutely weird and hilarious. But
Yeah, they also go by the name Killer.
Never mind. I'm just not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's why it,
And speaking
It's
of
so weird
orcas, there's some
looking.
good-looking orca waifus.
yes.
Oh yeah, so VTubers. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Shy Lily, right?
actually when I used to
No.
Just-
Corey.
when I used to get
Oh,
on Gaia online, I actually used to have my avatar be a mermaid, and my favorite tail I liked to use was an orca tail.
Ooh. My. Basically, yeah. In fact, freaking like this one cartoon that I think they'll actually have it on anymore. It's called Orky the Porky Orca.
What?
They were freaking. Basically,
Oh, yeah.
it's about this orca named Orky. Hear the fog. There's it's like one episode, and
Am I
they
the
actually
only
have,
one
like,
who's saying Mr. A buzzing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Oh,
from
yeah,
me.
yeah,
Mike.
you're buzzing.
Yeah, I noticed it all day though.
I think Mike might be going out.
I don't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Well, yeah.
Actually, from the background.
Yeah, because it's from your side you're hearing. Our side, we're hearing a buzz.
Yeah, like you're kind of cutting out with a little buzz noise.
But don't you even soundproof your room or anything, like the walls or something?
I don't know. Besides, I don't hear anything.
Or maybe give some old people some hearing aids. Just saying.
Oh yeah, speaking of shocks though, I did find it funny though how Go is. I mean, it's almost close to what 5 million subscribers.
Yeah, I think the main problem is nowadays people have to live with their parents because housing is so damn expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but you'll
You
get
complain.
you'll actually get people saying, "Oh, you live with your parents? You're such a loser." And it's like, have
Yeah,
you
like-
seen rent?
Yeah, rent like you have to be a millionaire to rent.
I saw it.
And here's the thing, I'm gonna say this for them, it's like who voted this is if they say, oh, if I live with my parents, here's the thing. Like, it's their fault for voting for these stupid people who make those stupid policies that never promised or anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's time. The problem is that environmental people have basically made it so that it's really, really, really difficult to build. So that's
Yeah,
why we have a
and
housing
also
shortage.
don't even get started on the Green New Deal.
Basically, anyone that's not a boomer, because I know boomers have this problem too, who are basically going to be like, "Oh, you live with your dad? You're a loser." I'm going to be like, "Well, I'm sorry, Karen, that not everyone has a fucking $1 million."
Wait, guys, I can see this correctly. Like, you live with your parents, huh? Like me, yes. And guess what? Would you want to probably be homeless? Would you want to probably not have nothing to eat? Would you want to probably stop to them and please them? Or get a heat stroke? No?
I mean, if all I have to do is do some dishes, and my dad doesn't ask for money, I'm good.
Same.
The only reason why I'm able to live alone is to have subsidized housing. That's about it.
No, and the point I'm saying is this. It's like, since I live in a city, I study in the state of Georgia, right? It's expensive as hell for some apartments. And I look at the people who sit and say, "Oh, why would you live with your parents?"
Well, I mean, with all the illegal immigrants here, that just drives up demand for housing and just raises the prices.
Exactly.
And the point is, whose fault is this? These idiots who voted the same type of idiots who are Democrats.
I mean,
the jackasses basically
care about freaking, getting more money because basically they want to actually, push some bullshit agendas. They actually freaking hire IRS agents with guns so they could actually take more money from us. They actually weaponize the freaking CIA to actually go after both Mike Lindell and our former president with that Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, we're gonna eventually reenact a thing from history. I'll give you a hint of what it is. Viva la France!
Of course, the revolution.
The revolution won't be televised.
Yeah, but that's where the people with the cell phones will come in handy. They'll film the shit, they'll post it online, and everyone will know.
Big tech, the problem is big tech.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. This is why I don't like talking about politics ever.
Yeah.
Because, God forbid, it's actually just like if I wanted to actually go talk about if I wanted to get my politics, I'd actually go to Liberal Hive Mind, I'd go to Death Watch, I'd go to freaking any other
Liberal
channel.
Hive Mind, I like that dude.
Yeah, I was like, hey, listen to that. The point is,
but this is why I chose to be independent. One, because I don't want this crap where, oh, you're a Republican, you're supposed to vote for the Republican Party, even though I thought, the Democrats had a better candidate. As an independent, I'll rarely ever have someone from my party, but I can vote for whoever and no one can really get mad at me because, hey, I'm an independent. What am I supposed to do?
Speaking of that, what's funny is this one teacher in Canada who wears these prosthetic massive.
Oh God, that shit.
Oh God.
Imagine she's coming along. Oh Lord, here she comes.
Okay, time out. Besides, I wanted to actually add on to Dee Dee's point here. Us here in Maine, we actually happen to actually be independent ourselves.
Same here.
Well,
more on the libertarian side.
Mainers are actually very independent, and it sucked that we actually had a freaking a child predator try to actually be governor though.
God.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah, basically one of our freaking former governor electorates Elliot Cutler, actually just recently came out as actually being a CP enthusiast.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Oh, you want to know
Oh
something
god.
funny?
Oh god.
You
Good
want to
thing
know
you didn't
something
get him in
funny?
there.
Well, let Didi finish. Let Didi finish. Go on, Didi.
Well, when my mother passed away from injury from a car wreck, we were trying to get my younger sister home. She's in the Navy. Well, she still is, but at the time she was on a boat for training and stuff. We were trying to get her out, and at the time, there were two people running for governor of Louisiana, and the candidate for the Republican Party heard about this and basically pulled some strings so he could be like, "This is how much we care about our military. We helped a young lady come home for her mother's funeral."
Oh, that is the
Oh,
lowest.
God.
Oh, if there's a hell,
I'm
if
sorry.
there's a hell, that guy has a special place.
Anyway, I gotta go.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
almost 5 minutes, guys. So yeah, it's now 5 minutes.
I mean,
See
it
ya.
kind of helped
Yeah.
for our family because we were trying to get my
All right.
sister
Have a
home,
good one, Taro.
but it's like, wow, that's very scummy that you basically helped us. You could be able to try and get people to vote for you.
And yet, where I am, there's a Karen governor who's still trying making things stupid. But the only thing is, she needs to be, get off, because I know she did a lot of horrible things in the past, including getting rid of the qualified nurse and doctors around.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you
Yeah,
want to
that-
stop, Mr. A?
Yeah, let's call it good here. So basically, let's get our final goodbyes out of the way. Now, if you're still there, why don't we start with you?
Who are we starting with?
Basically anybody who's still here, because both
Well,
Jeff and Bubba.
Well, I guess I'll go. That way I can go because I got his bathroom. So,
So do I.
yeah.
You all.
Well, it was fantastic. I enjoyed it. Mr. A, watch Edge Furnace or more orcas will die. The blood will be on your hands. And remember, heathens, to let your desires burn brightly.
All right,
Okay.
Didi.
Okay, show suggestion for Netflix, Bee and Puppy Cat. It's very good. You can talk to Dio if you have to, because we did along with Shadow a couple weeks ago. And I'm out.
Oh,
right.
I'm back.
Anyway, Shiny.
Okay, so anyways, guys, the only thing is, if you have haters around, just let them waste their time until they end up having their demise. But the point is like, it's really unhealthy for them that they keep going after us. And here's the thing, it's wrong, whatever. But all I can say is, just don't give them any attention, and try to focus on what you gotta do. And right now, this world is screwed up, so we have to do something about it. So yeah. Nep.
Nep, since you
Oh yeah, I'm Hill. The only thing I can say is to the people out there: if someone call you a pedophile, take an interest in art, take an interest in video making, and guess what? Show people if you're such a quote unquote pedophile, right? Show them normies your artwork, and then let them be the ones to judge you. Show people who don't have a Twitter account, that don't have a social media, who have a job, who have a life. You'll be often surprised that actually like people don't care about drawings. They actually like your creative ability and actually compliment you for your hard work. And that is shocking, right, Mr. A?
Because basically it's better to actually have a job at something than freaking just, be a nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most of these people are nothing else and nobody. Anyway.
And even though I do stream a lot, almost every day, I mean. The only thing is, at the same time, I had to work on other stuff as well.
Yeah.
If Bubba's there, I don't know if he's actually back yet because he's still muted, but
Yeah.
Yeah. All I can say is this for the people out there who love artists. Create something. Always remember, if people make fun of you, most likely losers anyway.
And that's what I'm gonna say. Just do something creative. So don't worry about these haters. Do something what you need to focus on. For me, I need to finish up on my Pokemon Legends Arceus streams. Like, I need to finish the game at all.
all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's you all for coming aboard, deal with my craziness.
Okay, since your mic muted, direct the waifus, embrace
Direct the
degeneracy,
waifu for paid service. Degeneracy, as long as it's legal. Until the next time we meet again, this is Mr. 343.
like a
Fucking speed.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of the script since your mic is like that, anyways.
I know.